Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Stalin, and our today's video is gonna be related to some advanced English vocabulary which gonna help you to be more fluent and will help you to speak like a native. And if you guys like my videos, make sure to subscribe my channel, share it with your friends. So without any delay, let's get started with our today's video. And for the vocabulary, our first topic for today is gonna be abstract concepts and critical thinking vocabulary. So the first word is gonna be resilience, which means the ability to recover from difficulties. And here's an example for that. Her resilience after months of rejection finally paid off when she got her dream job. And our next word is gonna be ambiguity, which means uncertainty or inexactness. For example, the ambiguity in his explanation left the team unsure of how to proceed. And the next word is gonna be assumption, means something taken for granted. And an example for that, the project failed because it was built on the flawed assumption that customer would pay more. And our next word gonna be perspective, means a point of view. And for example, hearing her story gave me a completely different perspective on the issue. And the next word is gonna be dilemma, which means a difficult situation with two choices. For example, he faced a moral dilemma: protect his friend or tell a truth. And the next word is gonna be contradiction, which means two ideas that oppose each other. And here's an example. There is a clear contradiction between his actions and his values. And the next word for today is hypothesis, an idea to be tested. An example for that is the scientist proposed a new hypothesis to explain the unusual data. And the next word gonna be bias, means a tendency to favor or disfavor something unfairly. And for example, despite their efforts to remain neutral, some media outlets still display a clear political bias. And after this, now we're gonna learn another vocabulary which is gonna be related to high-level communication. It's gonna help you to communicate more like a native person. And the first word is gonna be articulate, which means able to express ideas clearly. For example, she's articulate, which makes her an excellent spokesperson. And the next word is convey, which means to communicate or express. And here's an example. The film successfully conveys a powerful message about identity and belonging. And the next word is assertive, which means confident and direct. And here's an example for that, how you can use it. An assertive tone helps you express your needs without sounding aggressive. And another word is persuasive, which means able to convince others. And here's a good example of how you can use it. He gave such a persuasive argument that the entire board agreed with him. And the next word is clarify, which means to make something clear. And here's an example. Can you clarify what you meant by urgent? And our next word is gonna be reiterate, which means to say again for emphasis. An example, let me reiterate the importance of submitting your work on time. And the next word is emphasize, which means to stress something as important. And here's a good example of how you can use it. The speaker emphasized the need for immediate action on climate change. And our next vocabulary topic is gonna be on business and formal English. And the first word for that is revenue, which means income from business activities. And here's an example. Their online sales generated over $1 million in revenue last year. And the next word is stakeholder, which means someone with interest in a project or company. For example, we consulted all stakeholders before making changes to the policy. And the next word is merger, which means when two companies combine. For example, the merger between the two airlines created the world's largest aviation company. And the next word is strategy, which means a plan of action. An example, we need a new marketing strategy to reach younger audiences. And the next word is implementation, which means putting a plan into effect. Example, the implementation of the new system will begin next quarter. And the next word is evaluation, which means assessment or judgment. For example, employee performance is subject to a yearly evaluation. And the next word is forecast, which means to predict based on trends. For example, the financial forecast predicts a significant increase in sales next year. And now, our next vocabulary is gonna be related to science and innovation. And the first word is breakthrough, which means a significant discovery. For example, the medical breakthrough could save millions of lives. And the next word is innovation, means a new idea or a method. For example, the startup was praised for its innovation in renewable energy. And the next word is experimentation, which means the process of testing. For example, his success came from years of trial, error, and careful experimentation. And our next word for today is data-driven, which means based on evidence. For example, we are taking a data-driven approach to improve customer experience. And the next word for today is feasibility, which means possibility of being done. For example, we are conducting a feasibility study before investing further. And another word for today is sustainable, which means environmentally responsible. For example, they developed a sustainable method of packaging using biodegradable materials. And our last word for today is efficiency, which means doing more with less. For example, automating the process increased our efficiency by 40%. So these are the all vocabulary words for our today's video. I hope you guys like my today's video. Try to use these words in your daily life. Try to make as many as sentences that you can make using these words. And if you guys like my videos, make sure to subscribe my channel, share it with your friends, do like and comments. And thank you so much for watching.